Are your hormones out of whack, or are you eating more takeout than you think? In the next few minutes, I'm going to run down the signs and symptoms that may indicate there's a hormonal imbalance at play, keeping you on the struggle bus when it comes to losing weight and what you can do about it. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Phyllis Thompson, your favorite hormone hacking coach for weight loss. In every single one of my videos, you'll walk away with at least one tip that you can implement right away to start shrinking that waist, feeling better, and aging for longevity. So now, if you don't know me, I like to start with a little bit of the science so you understand what's going on in your body and you can make that food hormone connection. I truly believe that we can fix what everyone else are taking pills for through food and lifestyle changes. So first, our hormones are chemical messengers of the endocrine system, and they play a crucial role in regulating several bodily functions, including emotions and mental state. Now, the primary female sex hormones are estrogen and progesterone. Any disturbance in the normal release of these hormones can cause several problems. So the first question you want to ask yourself as I run through these symptoms is if you're experiencing this. So grab a pen, and for every symptom that I mentioned that you're experiencing, mark down an X so we can keep track of that. So first, we have, when it comes to estrogen and progesterone, our sex hormones, we have symptoms like irregularity, oh no, I can't talk, in periods or extremely heavy flow, PMS, mood swings, skin breakouts, weight gain, sugar cravings, bloating, swelling of the breast or tender breast, low libido, y'all know I'm playing with my libido, or trouble losing weight. So then we have our stress hormones, right? They play a crucial role here too. In today's world, we are highly stressed in a constant state of flight or fight, and it puts unnecessary pressure on our body. So if your stress hormones are imbalanced, some of the signs would be adrenal fatigue, or more aptly named or aptly known as overworked adrenals, right? And if you remember from some of my lives, it's crucial to support the adrenals at this stage of life if you're going through perimenopause and menopause, because if your ovaries are removed or retired, then the adrenals have to pick up where the ovaries left off and producing the estrogen and progesterone. So if we're not supporting them, they can't do what they need to do. And if you're highly stressed, you're overworking them, making it that much more difficult for them to help our systems function properly. So signs that you have overworked adrenals are muscle weakness, salt cravings, low blood pressure, hypoglycemia, fatigue, anxiety, inability to sleep, and panic attacks. Now, I have a client that is currently dealing with this, and although she's down 4 sizes, we do have some work to do to calm her system down, right? And the process, the good thing is, the good news is the process is, it's not necessarily simple, but there is a process and there's steps that she can take to get there. So you can actually calm your adrenals down so your system functions properly. That's the good news. You don't have to just settle for feeling like that all the time. There's so much that's within your power. So she not only will have the step-by-step process with me, she'll have the guidance too. Then we have the disturbances in our thyroid hormone levels that cause multiple symptoms, which may vary depending on which type of thyroid condition you have. So there's the overactive and there's the underactive. If it's overactive, you're going to experience rapid weight loss, loose stools, heart palpitations, sweating, and intolerance to heat. What many people don't know is if you've been experiencing a hyperactive thyroid for long enough, you are likely to switch to hypoactive, right? Or underactive, because the thyroid will be so overworked and it's in such a high state of output for so long that it can no longer keep up with that. And now it is underactive. So definitely have that checked. And you want to also have your antibodies checked because you want to make sure it's not an autoimmune condition. A lot of thyroid conditions have an underlying autoimmune component, right? So when you go to your doctor, you have them check your thyroid peroxidase antibodies and your thyroglobulin antibodies so you can make sure you don't have an autoimmune condition. The good news, autoimmune conditions can be reversed. I'm telling you, so much of the things that people are on medications for can be reversed through food and lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying if you've had your thyroid removed or something like that, I'm not saying that you can come off medications in that case. But for a lot of women, they can actually have these symptoms reversed and manage them in a way so that they have a really great quality of life. I have another client who has a hyperactive thyroid who switched to hypo because her thyroid was overworked, right? And it's now underactive. She struggled with fatigue and exhaustion, and she not only consistently losing weight now, we got her labs in a place where her doctor said, well, let's lower your meds, which is amazing, right? She's also stronger, and she says her fatigue is gone and she feels energized. Thyroid conditions can be managed through lifestyle changes and food. You do not have to settle for living like that. So now if you have a hypo or underactive thyroid, symptoms like weight gain, constipation, hair loss, fatigue, and intolerance to cold will be things that you experience. And you may be wondering how the thyroid even plays a role in perimenopause and menopause phases. Well, a lot of women don't even know they have a thyroid condition. They go undiagnosed a lot of the times. So pay attention to those symptoms and ask your doctor to check your thyroid. And you want a full panel. If you want the list of those tests that you want your doctor to run, simply drop me a line below and I'll send that over to you. Now, stress and hormonal imbalances can trigger a thyroid condition, and more women over 40 than men have high stress and thyroid conditions. So, and also things like processed food, poor diets, a lot of stress can contribute to these symptoms and that thyroid condition being triggered. And toxins, a lot of toxins in our environment. So another thing you may not know, I know I can't talk, the thyroid regulates our metabolism. So we need to be taking care of him or her, however you like to describe him. When she's behaving well, I refer to her as a she. When she's not behaving, it's a man. But one of the easiest ways to maintain hormonal balance and address thyroid conditions is through diet. I've already said this. You must pay special attention and effort to eat foods that help you regain hormonal balance and proper thyroid function. Like avocado, right? Avocado is super healthy and it's actually a fruit, and it provides you with sufficient beta sesterols, right? That can positively affect cholesterol levels. Cholesterol is what your hormones are made up of, right? And it helps regulate progesterone and estrogen. Foods like Brazil nuts are densely loaded with selenium. Selenium is a powerful antioxidant for the body and an essential mineral for regulating thyroid function. Now, how much selenium these nuts contain is not fully known, so I wouldn't eat more than 3 to 5 a day. Broccoli. Broccoli is rich in calcium and it helps prevent PMS. It's also known for maintaining estrogen levels because broccoli contains a compound called DIM. DIM helps with metabolizing estrogen. So if you are estrogen dominant, which presents in a lot of belly fat for a lot of ladies, then consuming foods that are high in DIM are going to be crucial because it helps block the excess estrogen. So foods like cruciferous veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, and cabbage, those are great things to take in. If you have a thyroid condition, you're going to want to cook those veggies. You're not going to want to eat those raw. Next are flax seeds, a major supplier of phytoestrogens, and those are plant-based estrogens, right? They work on also preventing cancers, and they are high in omega-3s, so they help balance progesterone and estrogen in the body. Thyroid ladies, omega-3s help the active T3 get into your cells so that your metabolism is humming along the way it is supposed to. Leafy green vegetables, they are essential for lowering inflammation. They also balance the hormones like spinach and kale. They're rich in these nutrients, right? They lower inflammation, which are crucial for ladies with autoimmune conditions, right? You know that if you're highly inflamed, then your body is consistently in a state of attacking itself. Leafy greens also contain magnesium, which are great for controlling stress hormones, right? They also contain iron, which is great for thyroid function. We need that to convert that T4 into active T3. So making sure you're getting in plenty of leafy greens is essential for not only hormone balance for estrogen and progesterone, so you feel good, you're not having night sweats, mood swings, and all those things, and your libido's in check. It's also great for making sure your thyroid is functioning the way it's supposed to. Also iodine, which we all should be increasing our intake of iodine. Stuff like seafood, sea vegetables like seaweed. They have seaweed snacks in the stores. You don't have to go buy regular seaweed if you don't like it. Eggs even contain seaweed, so we can address any iodine deficiencies. If you have a thyroid condition, iodine is crucial for you to support that thyroid. Now, foods to avoid, right? We all know what they are, but in case you don't, for the people in the back, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it, right? Alcohol. Come on, ladies. I know we like our mimosas on brunch what is it, Sunday brunches or Friday nights when we're out with the girls. That's great in moderation. But alcohol can spark hot flashes, right? It affects blood sugar levels and can spike estrogen, right? Estrogen dominance, belly fat, okay? Drinking alcohol in large quantities makes significant hormonal problems throughout the body. Caffeinated beverages, right? They cause stress in the body. They increase stress hormones and they affect blood sugar and insulin. So start cutting back on that and working on finding healthier alternatives to caffeine altogether, like herbal teas. I love herbal teas. One of the things I rave about is Tazo herbal teas because I have them at night because it helps calm me, helps me get a good night's sleep, and it gives me a little bit of sweetness so that I'm not craving sugar at night. Sugar. Do I even need to say this? We already know it is toxic, okay? Cut down on your sugar intake, including corn syrup. Y'all don't need me to get on my soapbox about the corn in the US. It is the most genetically modified crop in the United States. So if you are eating anything with corn in it and it's not organic, you need to rethink that. And corn syrup, oh my God, we already know. I shouldn't even have to say it. Stop eating it. It's toxic. White sugar and brown sugar, take it out. Sugar is known for worsening hot flashes and increasing the chances of developing insulin resistance. And managing blood sugar is so important when we want to support our adrenals and when we want to support having lower stress hormones, right? So we want to avoid that, and it helps with losing weight. I know. That was a lot of information, but I hope you found it helpful. And if you like my food list, my hormone balancing food list for hormones and getting the weight off, just let me know. Drop me a line below. And for my thyroid ladies, if you want the Master Your Thyroid checklist, just drop me a line below and I'll get that right over to you. I hope you found this helpful and it wasn't too overwhelming. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Until next time, ciao.